Welcome back to the International Wealth Builders Association.com radio show and broadcast. International Wealth Builders Association.com. We are a high-quality real estate investment and education club from anybody who is a beginner on up to the billion-dollar developer. We can help you rub elbows, get educated, get your first deal going, get your first connection, understanding what it is all about. I mean, you hear about real estate investing all the time, and a lot of people don't really understand. They think it's like you got to have a lot of money and you got to buy everything yourself. That's not really the case. There's all kinds of ways to put together deals. You can equity share, you can partner on things, you can flip, you can wholesale. There's so many different ways, and we have all of that going on at the International Wealth Builders Association.com. We have that at our monthly meetings. Like I said, we got another one that's coming up. It's a Zoom meeting that's going to be happening. So if you want to get onto that, that one is free. It's International Wealth Builders Association.com. Okay, so I told you I'd be talking about something called a 1031 exchange. What is a 1031 exchange? Well, if you own a property for investment, let's say you own 1, 2, 3, 4 rental properties, and you think it's a good time to move on to maybe a new area in the country, you want to buy different properties, maybe you want to consolidate your 3 rental properties and buy one big property, whatever it is you want to change, and you don't want to pay taxes because when you sell, if it's not your primary residence for 2 years, you're going to pay taxes as income on the profits from those buildings. So what you need to do is get a hold of a 1031 exchange accommodator. What an accommodator is that's the person that basically handles the deal and puts it together and puts all those deals together for you so that you don't have to pay taxes when you buy and sell like property. It has to be like property. So for example, if you're selling a residential unit or 2 units and you want to buy a single residential unit that's more value than equal value, that's where you have to stay is in residential. I believe it's the same for commercial or whatever the tax bracket is. You want to stay in the same like property. It has to be residential for residential. And another thing about that is if you have rental properties, a lot of people don't want to get hit with a huge tax bill when they sell it. And they still want to own something. Maybe they want to own something better. So what they do is they get a hold of a real estate agent, somebody like me, realtymavericks.com, and I will list your property, and I will list it as a 1031 exchange, which means that people understand that's how it's going to work. So as soon as somebody buys your property, they put an offer in on your property, you have 45 days to find another property to match that property and put it into the deal. And then what you do is you transfer the titles, then you go ahead and you don't have to pay taxes on that because what you've done is you traded one entity, one property for another one that is just like it. So there's different types of accommodators out there. Title companies can be an accommodator. An accommodator basically saves you a lot of time and headache. You still have to do like an escrow, you still have to do that stuff, but the accommodator will definitely put it all together for you so that it makes it very, very simple. Who can use a 1031 exchange? Anybody who wants to not pay taxes on an investment property. So if you want to find out more about that, or if you're thinking on selling maybe one of your rentals and you don't want to have to pay taxes, but you still want to find another rental property, I can help you with that. You can get a hold of me at realtymavericks.com. That's Realty Mavericks. Again, today, if you have any questions on that, you can call me at 888-909-1050 because we are here live today. So I have the 1031 exchanges are really not that complex. A lot of people will try and think it's this big scary thing, but all you're doing really is switching one property for another, and you're not paying taxes because you're putting that other property, the new property, back into your portfolio umbrella. Okay? So that's what's going on with the 1031 exchanges. If you want to know more about that, if you need to find out an accommodator, like I said, you can get a hold of me at realtymavericks.com. You can email me with your information as well at info@megalithic.us. That's info at megalithic.us. Okay, so one of the things that I'm talking about today also is that's changing things is that we're going through a huge market transition. What's going on in the market, right? So what's going on in the market right now is we're definitely seeing a drop in sales. Let me read you some statistics of what's going on here. Okay, the statistics are that according to National Association of Realtors, compared to last year, there's a 20% in overall sales. And nationally, 20.2, okay, compared to last year. Also, if you want to look at monthly, it's 5.9 from last month is the drop from only last month is a 5.9% drop in sales from July. That's huge, okay? So also here we go from InfoSpark, which is an MLS database for California. If you want to know more, you can go online and check out your area. But the thing is, this is Southern California, and they have had an actual at the MLS states that the sales volume is down monthly 32.4%. That's huge, 32.4%. What does that mean? Does that mean that we're going to have some kind of a big crash? No, it doesn't. But are we going to continue to have the market come down a little bit? I definitely think so. I think we're going to see a steady, slow drop. The other day, the Fed said that they're going to continue to raise rates, and that's coming in September. And on him announcing that, the stock market dropped 1,000 points. The Dow dropped 1,000 points just on him announcing that they're going to continue to try and control inflation by dropping the interest rate. Like I said, I'm not an accountant, I'm not an attorney, but I read these statistics because they are important, and I'm trying to give you a snapshot of what's going on in the market. Okay, so the inventory has increased 3.3%, for 3.3 months now, the inventory is up. What that means is that we have 3.3 months of houses to sell. During the hot market, it was down to less than a month. It was like 3 weeks, and you were getting multiple offers. That is no longer the case. What's going on now is houses are sitting nationally up three months and longer it's taking to sell. We have that kind of inventory. So I'm sorry, 3.3 months of inventory, but actually the houses are getting offers in about 3 weeks to a month and a half. And overall prices after they are listed, 30% of the homes are coming down an average of $10,000 or more depending upon what area you're in. So that's a huge change in the market. If you have any questions about that, give me a call again at 888-909-1050, okay? So what's going on out there? Does that mean that we're going to lead to a bunch of foreclosures and short sales? No, probably not. Really what's happening is a lot of people still have equity in their property. They still can negotiate a deal. They can put it on the market and sell it fairly quickly. So that's what I would recommend anybody do. If you've missed a payment or anything like that, it's important to handle that quickly. A lot of times people will wait too long before they contact somebody because they're scared, and by that time you're in too much trouble. You really want to get a hold of a broker like myself, and I will negotiate with the bank for you. That's one of the things I can do because I'm a certified short sale foreclosure specialist. I have my certification, and I can do that for you. That goes back to credit too. It's really important that you don't let your credit get out of hand and you do that, okay? So it's really important to take care of that. And when we come back from the break, I'll talk to you more about that.